Okay. Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Oh god, I'm actually hungry, but I don't want to stop and get something to eat when I just booted up the damn stream. God damn it. Okay. Alrighty, okay, I'll wait a bit more and see if anyone else is gonna join. Gundam, you're so awesome. It kinda sucks you're dead though, but hey, that's what island mode is for. Gundam is so awesome. Yee. Oh yeah, do I have any fucking skill points? Nope. I have like bugger all skill points. Gundam. Is anyone else gonna join? I mean, I did say I'd be booting up a new stream right after the previous one, so. Huh. Let's see. I think if anyone's birthday is close to mine. Oh no, Tara's birthday is close to mine. No. Oh god, no. Please, someone else. Anyone else. Fuck. Tara's birthday is literally 3 days before mine. God fucking damn it! God damn it! Oh well. Okay. Okay. On with the fucking game. Huh? What is this? It's a door. There's a door. Huh? A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Oh. This is familiar. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? So just to clarify, Gamer, you're watching the stream, it's all good? Gamer. The stream, the quality's good. Okay, okay, good, so no glitching or anything. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient room with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before. We were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is this somewhere on Jabberwock Island?
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are, well, neck deep in spoiler territory.
Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, welcome to Hope's Peak Academy. But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Ooh, hello, what's this?
No.
There are hidden Monokumas here as well. Oh hey, I nearly have the max amount of Monocoins. Sweet. Okay, even the way doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. Is this creepy place the Host Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right, it's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? And I'll go and I'll definitely clear things up. This is... okay, if you're familiar at all with the first game, then, well... this should be fun. The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I brace myself and cautiously open the door. Chapter 6, this is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Host Peak Academy or something?
That is...
That cannot be possible.
Well, yeah.
You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to long-awaited Host Peak Academy?
Why, you...
I think there should be a verse somewhere in there, but that might just be me. You... Hey, where are we? Where'd you look us up this time? What a shock, I just told you guys. This is Hope's Peak Academy.
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No, no.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyways? What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that?
Stupid fool.
But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserve to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Host Peak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine, fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone.
Don't fuck with me.
Enough with this bullshit, just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard? Though I'm not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruins and...
In other words...
It means I made this Host Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What did you mean between?
Hey.
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my, your mind's getting the... Are your minds getting the grumbles that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. And what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
Are you sure about
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. Bullshit.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning You guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research about Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lie whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. But what is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like he keeps insisting at his place as Hope's Peak Academy? But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I didn't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? Is this the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey!
Just what the heck is Monokuma? Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Even though Chiaki and Nanami are gone, even Chiaki and Monami are gone, the situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not the World Ender, then? We really were tricked by Monokuma?
However...
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she was still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So, what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I am really not good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Are you telling us to investigate like we have been?
Alright!
I'm gonna do it!
Prepare yourself.
Like...
Yeah, we might be able to learn something about Hope's Peak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just get back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island by any means.
Of course!
Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive, so we could do just that. So we could do that, bleh. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. You should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so.
I don't think we'll find the answers to all of our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
alright!
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at the green light. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
You're pathetic.
Akane already took off on her own. Might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, there's no more killing. We don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow and left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia,
Miss Sonia.
please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I let... No, you won't be in danger, Kazuichi. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is to advance towards that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Yay. Oh hey, hidden Monokuma.
I knew
That's
you
number
could do it.
2. Fifth floor? Huh? That's weird. This is the way I walked to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. This Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Lol. What floor is this? Oh. The dojo, the garden, and the biolab. Let's see, where can I enter? Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that makes me think there's no way we're inside the school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. This cherry tree is in full bloom. Maybe a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo. But in this situation, it just looks bizarre. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking woodblock key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. The target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a mini-game here? What? Wait, what am I saying? It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? Okay, this is clearly... this is getting a little bit meta. Still not as bad as V3 though! What is this? This is a meme by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class!
Hey!
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person! But just as I thought, Monokuma made this. It totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Host Peak Academy's history. It's narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Host Peak Academy. Host Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Host Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Host Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Host Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decide to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Host Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Host Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Host Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Host Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. Just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Host Peak Academy. Host Peak Academy was crippled by this incident, and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly cancels in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of at the end of this manga, tragedy and tragedy of Host Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way this instance really happened, right? This manga only mentions the name, so I don't really know the details. But no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again. Ah, that's the thing that's weird. It's you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student. Damn it, what the heck? I don't think there are any hidden Monokumas in here. Where can I go now? Dojo. Can't go to the garden. Let's try the biolab. Nope. So where the fuck do I go? And I can't go in here, okay. In here, I guess? This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is... Manga for Morons, A Tragedy of Host Peak Academy, huh? Wasn't the tragedy of Host Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Host Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was a trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? Okay, gamer, enjoy the stream. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students of the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did. By making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of the reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually that incident would lead to the horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa / That's actually I believe it's a manga or a light novel, something you can actually buy and read, but it's only in Japanese as far as I know. It hasn't been, like, translated or anything yet, I think. I don't know. Either way, there's a summary of it up on YouTube. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. What irony! For a genius knows the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. It seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too. It looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. For Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. That's right, the reserve department. The rest of the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. And what about me? Was I a participant too? No, it's not possible. I have no reason to do something like that. Anyway, I learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Leave here. Still can't go in here, so where the hell can I go now? Beep, beep, beep. Go this way, damn it. Can't go in that classroom. Can't go in that one. Biolab? Biolab! What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. That's number 3.
I've been found.
There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? So what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga, and hoped that I was right. A story about creepily drawn characters who got involved in such horrifying incidents. Who get involved in such whatever. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so gratuitously because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this crazy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet, and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet, and began spreading and eroding the real world. And the movement started that was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. That spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, where senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated to deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principle, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. Because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could the movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening to the outside? Then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurants. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, you're seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough, what is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously knew about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just wanted to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he means by what he said at the beginning. trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm gonna do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. When all this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person but a group of people. But if they know it's ultimate despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Phew, that was close. Nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Can I enter that classroom? Why can't I enter that classroom? Brr. Where else can I go then? Going into that. So I have to go in here. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Damn it, game. Why, hello, Hajime! I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasantly well? You're pleasantly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I need to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, what do you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
Yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima?
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created despair brimming with charm and... There was one really horrible person in that group.
With me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what this ultimate despair was, but it's not easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. Has she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat? And what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident doesn't make any sense. They had no purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose. It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea has been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs, who had been recruited, became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko and Ashima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. All in Junko and Ashima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it up, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the Reserve Department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so the 2,357 students of the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide?
What did you say?
All 2,357 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it.
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair, Junko and Ashima? It doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard.
Junko and Ashima is already dead. Huh? Where's the... Oh, god damn it. No, I don't need to even... Damn it. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko and Ashima is really dead?
Huh?
What, you didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in that bloody... I couldn't enter the bloody classroom! Bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that about you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we were involved in, there were killings that happened at Host Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey.
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko and Ashima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko and Ashima is dead?
Like...
Turns out that the killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of the former students of Host Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Host Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. It's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Host Peak Academy are widely known as symbol as hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched that broadcast with despair all at once. But that's messed up. That messed up plan was stopped. Junko and Ashima failed. Junko lost the student she placed in a trap. After being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko was no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko and Ashima isn't alive anymore. Then, who's our enemy? Junko and Ashima is already dead. Are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? It's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but... An imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students in Hope Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? Cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere? Just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Oh, hold on. 1 minute. Huh? Yeah, maybe. I'll figure it out when I get up tomorrow. I'll sort it out when I get up tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. Hajime. You totally know about that story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version, so I couldn't even enter the room the manga was in, Monokuma.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character roots. You're not making sense again.
well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, we already decided I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Where the fuck can I go? Okay, so not there. Not there. That thing is floating. Looks like I can go in here. Oh, this looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Yeah, you're intimate looking for hidden Monokumas. I don't see anything. Looks like some sort of movement. Looks like some sort of monument. Well, why would there be a monument in the music room? Not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is a symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Well, that symbol there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? But aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. What is this? Words are floating in the air? This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It's like a passage from an email. Regarding a report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. But I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Oshima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, and the world isn't normal anymore, maybe... I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. I guess it's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side at least. They were founded by a group of graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Oshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. Why is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. Facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. Where else can I go? I see you, Monokuma. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
It's probably the opposite, right? I mean, the room has that kind of stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, honey, now that you mention it, does look like that.
Well.
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy going to be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. This is hidden Monokuma number 4, I believe, so there should be one more left.
Are you serious?
Flowers on top of the desk? Plus it looks strange to me, am I just tired? Wait. It's not just me, right? Those flowers are pixelated, right? Yeah, those flowers are pixelated. But a letter's floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair, even though they have lost Junko and Ashima. The fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy is not ended. Perhaps, there is still a leader on par with Junko and Ashima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess it's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all out war. Yet the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war. There's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Huh? Something written on the blackboard. What's written here? I'm looking over the names right now. Hajime, Chiaki, Kazuichi, Kane, Sonia, Peko, Nagito, Gundam. Ultimate, they have Ultimate Imposter. Mahiru, Mikan, Ibuki, Teruteru, Nekomaru, and Fuyuhiko. Oh, and Hyoko. List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before. There's newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean the Hyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hyoko, but her height and figure is too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean? This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first name and last name? That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself, that's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hyoko! Huh?
Of course not.
What are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like that. I mean, she was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt. What are you saying? He's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today, I'm feeling white.
Well, regardless of all the clues I provide... Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in this newspaper... Is he really saying that this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey,
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
this is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hyoko's body? What am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. What kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? Didn't have anything to do with time travel. There's still some things that look suspicious. Extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name mentioned to that placard says, Rose Peak Academy founder, Izuru Kamakura. The founder of Rose Peak Academy and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime! You shall now go on to the next stage! Next stage? Damn it, not again. The way is different from the last time. I guess when that flag one Akuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it's just going to waste my energy. What floor am I on? Wait. Oh. Okay, Monokuma, why are you trying to hurt me? So, the rec room. The pool table is floating. There's a billboard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. Hard to think a room like this actually exists inside the school. Everything is floating. I don't see a hidden Monokuma anywhere. There's a lot of different magazines here. Fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer, travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. My hero would have been happy to see this. There's a dartboard, but this is still a school, right? Or did Monokuma just randomly make up this place? This hologram again. What's this one say? Looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, and it seems certain they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. It says here they succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. Means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set all this up.
What's this?
My Hajime! If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse! It's your fault. What's this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue. So I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
no.
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. Destroy entity should connect everything to what's happening right now. I should look around here a little more. Oh. It's a file with Host Peak Academy's seal on it. It says confidential. This means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Host Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we wish to birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Surely the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. Followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Host Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. Pretty much used to it by now, but holy shit, I'm upside down. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. The fuck? Where's the door? This must be a library. Monokuma probably has something in here too. I should hurry up and find it. Hidden Monokuma? Anywhere? I don't see one. This hologram again. Must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that's another clue. The Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you even doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason, do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Families. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. And my internet is being a piece of shit. So, gamer, if you're still watching, please let me know if this thing goes to shit or not. Okay, it should be fine. Hopefully. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What? Excuse me. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? And why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? like I walk into a classroom. I don't really get this. I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in the school and now I'm suddenly in the laundry room. Hey! Hidden Monokuma number 5, everybody. We just found them all.
No.
I think. This looks like a tablet computer. Looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? Picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World program? This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allowed its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. Desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I am starting to accept that. There's no way. Something as crazy as this actually exists?
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character, Ruth. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me, too? Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, did you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... This is really messing with my head. Thank God I have a fucking map. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? At the moment I looked at that object, Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program. A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. But don't be happy if you called me Alter Ego. That's the name my master gave me when he Hey, it's Alter Ego from the first game! That's the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? But what are you? Alter Ego Artificial Intelligence Program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the Observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. I'm trying very hard to try and remember my Chiaki voice, but I'm kind of failing. No, not my Chiaki voice, my Chihiro voice. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. Because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn, it's that feeling familiar again. It's floating like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet on the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has admitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, none of the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means that the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island's cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I had to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be, mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstance. For example, this school you're in. It appears the space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you, too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words. I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There's no way for me to acknowledge it as truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction. Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? The fact that we're here, the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the functions of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me, too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage, I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? It's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry. I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable, I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World For this session, the NeoWeb program was programmed to house 15 people along with two monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer and the teacher has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer and the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all. So they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The NeoWorld program would have promised eternal peace. Just like the outside world, become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as though it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build this world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of this world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell her just by communicating with her. Which means the supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego? If so, does this virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence? Waging an attack against another one? That's so freaking irritating. But how did the virus infect the NeoWorld program? The NeoWorld program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly bought external memory data containing the virus into the facility, and directly uploaded it into the main computer when the NeoWorld program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility? The only person who can enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming it's just what I heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? But it's true that the virus is powerful, and I'm completely overwhelmed by it. I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and... Okay, even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. Death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the defluxation based on the definition of existence that constitutes a relationship. Remember, the paradigm changes results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates with crosses with no. Hey! Oh god, that's freaky. That's freaky. What the heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe you can't hear my voice from this side. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch it this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away. Because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The NeoWorld program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the last person I need to talk to is right there. Well, it means that the person I need to talk to is right there. I hope. Looks like this guy can't even hear or see me. Still is just... That's Makoto, you can tell from the outline. Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing would help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the near world. Then you should have made fucking backups in case. Or something. That's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. This was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037? 11037. That's the number we found at Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient room was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left the 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that role to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair, using the graduation exam as waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In the worst case scenario, when an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I have prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even the teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this so that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. What was that just now? Hey Hajime, what was that weirdness just now? Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If the no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see, it'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. Means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon. A very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent that virus's invasion with all my might, so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? Mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're walking towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world has flipped over and become so irrational, what am I supposed to do?
waiting, shall we just plunge right in?
I'm pretty sure that's ripped from the first game.
It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy. See you soon.
A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I need to just focus on that. Well. He means this red door, right? Do I just have to go in here? If I do that, will this be finished? Oh. Trippy. Oh yeah, check the damn pet. Duh. Hey, I can't turn around, but somehow I can walk backwards. Okay. Weird. Huh? This place?
Yeah.
Looks like everyone's here.
Damn right.
It seems that this is going to be the final
However.
place. However, this place is... Is this a trial field? Well, why is it... Oh, right. Flashback. We've been here before, right? Yeah, it should be the place that door of the ancient ruin leads to.
Hey.
Huh? Seems pretty strange that we've been in that other building up till now.
Damn it.
It's like we're dreaming or something. If this is a dream, then this too is very...
Welcome!
So you finally arrived! Congratulations! You guys are the first ones to ever beat this game! After stopping by Hope's Peak Academy, you finally come back to this place. To the graduation exam site within the ancient ruins of Jabberwock Island. You give it a fancy name like graduation exam site, but it's no different from the trial ground from before. Its trial build actually inspired the one from before, so in a way this place is the original.
Hey.
Who cares? This graduation exam means we can finally go home, right?
Of course.
If that's what you guys decide.
Huh?
And if we have to decide, what do we have to do?
Now then.
Please take a look at the LCD touchpad built into your seats. Compared to the other trials, the rules are much simpler this time.
Yes, indeed.
There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision. If you don't press either of them, it'll be treated as an absence and will not be counted.
In other words,
Which means, everyone who has died up till now will have their votes treated as absences.
then...
The result is based on a majority vote. If graduation is chosen by a majority vote, from there an event that's kind of like a graduation ceremony called the graduation program will begin. Even if we do this stupid majority vote, the result is pretty damn obvious. Well, let's move this along. We can press it now, right?
No.
You can't do that yet. I mean, the result hasn't formed yet, right?
Shut up.
Whoops. I didn't read all that text through. Duh. Shut up. What the hell? Who the hell cares? I'm gonna press it.
What's this?
My. Which of your orifices are you using to spew bile? To participate in the graduation program, you need my final say as your teacher, you know? But what? Does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote?
That's right.
After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not.
Damn it.
So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Well...
I'm terribly sorry for being rude earlier.
No way.
But you don't have to worry. There's no way I won't acknowledge your graduation. This is merely a formality. I'm just doing it because that's how it has to be. Just doing it because it's how it has to be? Doesn't mean he can't exert his will over everything. He too has a limit. Is that what Alter Ego was talking about?
Anyway,
Even if you don't want to do it, you guys still need to do it to solve the mystery. Afterwards, you can cast your majority votes, and from there we move on to the graduation program. But why do we have to go through something so dumb? Well, that is... You said we were stalling for time then. Who's the main cast? Oh, don't need to worry about it. It has nothing to do with you guys. Bullshit. There is no way it has nothing to do with us. We are the only ones who are involved, you know.
so annoying.
It doesn't matter if you're involved or not. You're just a bunch of chumps in the big picture. That's why it has nothing to do with you. You just perform your roles without complaining.
Piss me off.
Hold on. What's with that chump comment? Now, not that it's important or anything, but make sure you turn off that toy.
Won't forgive you.
How dare you treat him like a toy?
What's this?
I did treat it like a toy. You got a problem with that? I created everything. You're actually picking a fight with me? I'm basically a god. Just how promising can you guys be? I guess this is just the nature of life. Fight then before you die. Seal my power into your memories. Can I save? Yay. Okay, I'm done. Oh, wait, what? Hello, world. Hello, world. Hello, world. Oh, really? It's just hello, world? Really? Dup. Okay. Yeah, probably the main Danganronpa characters. Who knows? I mean, we just saw Makoto and Alter Ego, so... anyway, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you enjoyed. And see you next time.